Hi everyone, my name is Maddie Ewell and I'm a senior at UNC Chapel Hill studying business, journalism, and sustainability. I grew up in Summerfield, North Carolina, which for those of you who don't know is a rural town that's pretty close to Greensboro. So because it was so rural and not really close to much of anything, I spent a lot of my time outdoors in nature. Growing up, some of my favorite things to do is I had a bike and I would literally bike anywhere and everywhere to like my friend's house, to trails we had nearby. And then I also lived next to several different farms and I knew the people that like owned them. So I was constantly trying to be surrounded by like farm animals and like play with them. I still to this day carry an obsession for farm animals because of like my childhood. Unfortunately, when I was in 7th grade, Summerfield started to change quite a bit. As it became more popular, it became way more populated, and with that came a lot of development. I remember just constantly seeing new houses developed, and we used to only have like one grocery store nearby, and then there sprung up I think 2 or 3 more within weeks. It was pretty crazy. So my family made the decision to go ahead and move out of Summerfield because it was just too crazy. And also, if we were gonna be, surrounded by development, we might as well move to Greensboro anyway, which is where my dad worked. But unfortunately, when we moved from Summerfield to Greensboro, I started to lose quite a bit of who I was because I didn't have, the same friends and the same set of activities readily available anymore. And about that same time, I was also entering high school, and I went to a very large public high school where it really seemed like the only way to make yourself stand out was to focus solely on academics and just, really put everything into that. So I kind of just focused so heavily on school that I lost a lot of other more dynamic parts of myself. Going into college, I chose a major that I chose business because I just figured, this seems like very practical and it seems like I can definitely get a job and I can definitely make a good amount of money. But then my sophomore year, I actually came across a TED Talk video that was by Lauren Singer. And she was a college student who discovered this zero waste lifestyle and decided to completely change her life and also change her whole path and her whole direction. And the way she talked about her passion for the environment and for figuring out her role in saving it, it just really inspired me to change my own path as well. So that next day I added on a sustainability minor, and since then I haven't really looked back. And I've also had the chance to develop so many other parts of who I am once I, opened myself up to really just pursuing what I cared about. And so when I graduate, I'm really hoping that I can continue to develop more as a person still, and continue my passion for the environment, whether that be in a very traditional environmental role like sustainability, or whether that be in a traditional business job that has different parts of sustainability in it. Ideally, I love the beauty industry, but I definitely think it needs a bit of a makeover. So I would love to be involved in the sustainability efforts of a beauty company. But my plan B, if that doesn't work out, is to pursue other industries. And another big goal of mine is, let's say that doesn't work out either, is just to travel more and see more of nature. So I haven't been to a lot of the key national parks that I really want to go to. So I think I would just spend more time, self-discovery, seeing more of the world and figuring things out from there.